Hello, and welcome to another episode of Kiss the Vinyl. I'm Ken, and joining me as usual is my good friend Marcus Almighty. How's it going, Mark?
Greetings, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been busy. I know you've been busy uh, with
Yeah.
life things, and it took a little longer for us to get this episode going, but
hmm
we're here now, so let's take advantage of it.
Yes, because it's interesting today. I'm not sure I don't know if it'll make the news in the U.S., but over here in Ontario, we're under a heavy advisory for air quality because
Oh,
we have forest fires up in the north of my province here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
man, the air quality I've never seen it as bad. It's like 209, which is like the extremely unhealthy rating. So everybody's
Yeah.
been suggested to stay indoors, and it's not a good thing. Everything looks yellow outside, like it looks like
Oh, yeah. I've
yeah,
been through that. We've had that
yeah,
several years ago with some of the
yeah,
California wildfires, and yeah, it was like it's kind of eerie looking.
yeah,
It got so bad
yeah,
outside. Yeah, and there's like yellow or glow because of the sun shining through the smoke, and it's
yeah.
really really weird.
So what better time to sit down and talk about records than
Stay
today?
inside
Yeah.
in the good air inside and talk about records. Yeah, I agree. So for this week, what we're doing is something a little different. Other than we usually pick three albums each, and then also show a newly acquired record. But this week, we're kind of I for me, I thought of this subject. I want it to be turned on to a few of the Rush albums that are 85 and after, to purchase on vinyl. What ones
Mhm.
should I get, kind of thing. So I asked Mark to give me a few of those because Rush is his band or one of his bands, and then I'm going to bring a few of a particular artist to try to turn Mark onto. He may or may not already have these uh, records. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, as we go along.
Yes,
Okay. All right. So, do you want to go first with your first one?
I could go first.
Let's do
Um,
it.
okay, so which one to pick first? Okay, how about I pick this one first?
The suspense is killing me.
So let me do a little build up before I show you it.
Okay.
So as you know, Rush is my favorite band in the world. Period.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Everything is kind of under Rush, but I love lots of other bands, obviously. But when we all know Rush had a very strong period in the 70s, from Farewell to
Yes.
Kings, Hemispheres, Permanent Waves, you know,
All
Moving
that.
Pictures, all those ones were just stellar. And then after that, they went into a period where they started experimenting with keyboards and stuff like that. And I had no problem with that. Some of my favorite records are from that time period as well.
Yeah.
Uh, and then they got into this period where I wouldn't say checked, I've never checked out of Rush, but where they were starting
Hmm.
to lose me a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
And that period was Presto and Roll the Bones. Those and the reason why I was getting a little bit annoyed was because they were always promoting it when they came out with like Presto, that this is the return to the roots. This is the heaviest thing since Moving Pictures, and they were always hyping this. And then
Yes.
they released it, and I was like, this is nowhere near as heavy or guitar
Like this.
oriented as those records. They're okay, but I couldn't stand Neil's drums. They sounded too thin. Getty's
Hmm.
bass sound was really upper mid range sounding. I was like, wow, this is like, ugh. And then Roll the Bones, they did the same thing. They were saying, oh, this is a return to form and blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah.
then we get the single Roll the Bones. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And I was a little disappointed to say the least. So I was getting near the point where I wasn't like, ugh, I'm not looking forward to another Rush record. But I loved the live concerts. They were great. I went to see them all the time. And then
Yeah.
finally they said another thing. Oh, this is truly a return to form. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then they played the first single, and my jaw hit the floor. It's like, oh my god, it is actually a return.
Yeah.
This sounds fantastic, unbelievable. The album I'm talking about is Counterparts.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
now the main thing that happened that changed everything with this band was that they got in Kevin Shirley to engineer
Mhm.
it. At
Okay.
that point, he was a very, he was known, but not as nearly as much as he is nowadays. And he came in and rough armed Rush a bit, especially Alex and Getty.
Uh-huh.
He came in, they said, Alex, your guitar sound is terrible. And even in interviews, you'll hear Alex say this. He laughs about it. And he goes, that those guys had a big blowout at a bar once about the whole sound thing.
Yeah.
And he said, you got to stop playing these PRS guitars. Those are coffee table guitars. You got to play a real guitar. Get back to a Les Paul, and stuff like that. And he said, no more playing in the control room. No more all these delays and effects. And Alex got really pissed off. He's like, what are you talking about? This is my sound. And he goes, no. He goes, if you want to return back to the roots, we got to get back to the roots. So we shoved him back in the recording room with the amp, headphones on, full tilt, where you could feel everything like shaking. It's so loud. And the results speak for themselves. I mean, listen to songs like Stick It Out, Animate, Between the Sun and Moon. I mean, there's so many fantastic songs on this album. Nobody's Hero. And same with Getty's bass. He told him to go back to his jazz bass. They pull out an old rickety Ampeg bass amp,
Uh-huh.
started using that stuff, and his bass sound is fantastic. And Neil's drums got back to the more heftiness of it, and it sounds really solid, really dense, thick. The guitar sounds are really good. Getty's voice is in fine form on this record, and this pressing, okay, is the 2000. What is it? I'm trying to remember here offhand, but it's not the reissue that came out now.
Yeah.
It's the one before it. Okay, double album. Few Quality Record Pressings did this version of it. It's the 200-gram vinyl.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the album is across 3 sides. The 4th side is just an etching on it. Okay. And I have to say, this is the one to get, in my opinion. Audio-wise, I played it, and again, I was at that point because I was going through and just checking to make sure that they sounded good. And I wanted to just listen to the whole record. I was like, but I got to go. I got the podcast. So I turned it off and came upstairs. But I'm telling you, this one is done so fantastically well. And I believe the lacquer cutting was done by Sean McGee at Abbey Road. And I know most people are kind of when they hear that. But he's very hit and miss. I know some people like his stuff. Some people don't. But this is a safe bet. But unfortunately, my last check on Discogs, the median price for this is $270 for this album.
Wow.
The upper one is like $460 for a near mint of this. Wow. Okay. This is why people, I always say, and I'll say it again right here so you can hear me crystal clearly say it. When a record comes out, okay, and it's like the first pressing of it, and you're at the record store and it's like $80, and you're like, $80, that's a lot of money. Buy it. Because chances are some of these records are going to go up and a lot higher. And the Rush catalog is an example of that. I mean, this record, Test for Echo, a lot of the other ones, they're in 3-digit numbers now to buy these records. Okay, so when they come out, buy them. You can get now. There's the reissue box that came out, and plus they have them now individually, so you can buy them, and those sound great too. But if you want my honest opinion, this is the one to get.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's great. I can't stress enough how fantastic this record sounds.
What year did Counterparts come out? The actual
92.
Yeah. So that was right after they stopped. Pretty much vinyl wasn't being pressed anymore. So they probably didn't even press that one in 92, did they? Or did they do it in Europe?
There was there's like a Europe press and I think a Brazil one, and I think that was about it.
That was it. Yeah, because they weren't doing it here.
Yeah.
In the United States. So okay.
So just let me just really quickly before we
Yeah,
move
show
on,
that.
I'll show you the
Show me
record. And
the.
it's really heavy. Like when you put it in your hand, it's like
Oh yeah,
you can
200
tell it's
gram is
200 gram.
hefty. Oh, okay.
So
Atlantic.
yeah, because this is when they had switched over to Atlantic starting from Presto, right? They signed a
Okay.
new record contract and they were with them until a few years, for quite a few years they were with them. So when I'm looking here on here, this is a U.S. pressing of it. The catalog number is R182528. Okay, it doesn't show the year on here, which is kind of annoying. Oh wait a minute, 1993. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't have any other date on here. So that's probably why it's
Right.
as pricey as it is, right? And I'll tell you another quick story about this record, just really quickly, if you don't mind. If you
Yeah.
me. So I buy my records in two places: a used record store that I frequented that has unfortunately closed since then, and a record store, Sunrise Records, is like a big chain store here, and I buy from them. Now they get a lot of records, and a lot of the times what happens with them is they have warehouses and warehouses and warehouses of stuff there, right?
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
what happens is once in a while I'll go look through the Rush thing, and all of a sudden the girl will tell me, "Yeah, we got some stuff in from the warehouse again," and there was one copy of that in there, and the shrink was a bit ripped and stuff like that, so you can tell it was been sitting there for a while. Hence why I probably lucked out in getting this '93 pressing of it, right? So it's very interesting because every once in a that's why I keep saying you got to look attentively to these things, because sometimes in record stores that might happen, especially chain stores that have access to bigger product, right?
Yeah.
That was in there, sitting in there for a long time, and then probably when they said, "Hey, we need more Rush stuff for our store," they went through and said, "Okay, this is good. Take this, take this, take this," and they shipped it here. And it's the same thing with my test for Echo. I lucked out with that exactly well. I went there, looked through, and the shrink was messed up on it, like totally, But I was like, I looked at the record, and I was like, I'm gonna get it because I could not find that record anywhere in the wild, like nowhere. And online, it was like 190, 185. I'm like, that's too much, man.
Yeah.
So I got it, and I luckily ended up paying only like $39 or something like that, because
Yeah,
at the store, to them, it's like whatever. It's a Rush record. It's new or new old, so we'll just put it $39 and that's it.
That's nice. Cool.
But I'm telling you, Ken, honestly, I know it's a lot to ask for that much money, but it sounds fantastic. I would wait, maybe just put it in your want list or something, and maybe once in a while somebody
wait for
will
one to pop up.
Yeah, and somebody might say, "Well, I'm just getting rid of my collection.
Yeah,
I'll take 100 even or $80."
Yeah, some people just they're not worried about it or don't know the value, and they'll sell it for whatever they think it's worth. So yeah, okay, counterparts. Yeah, see, a lot of those later Rush records, I think I had the CD of that, but I don't know.
You can't even compare it.
It's long gone. But anyway, yeah, I kind of like you. I a little kind of tuned out, probably more than you did, obviously, and because I love the heavier stuff, the more guitar stuff.
You would like this if you got like I said, a good vinyl pressing of this and turn it up, you'd love it.
Yeah, I can't even remember the music on it. That's how long it's been since I even listened to any of that stuff. That's why I'm asking you for help here. So this is good. Okay, cool. All right, noted. Counterparts. All right. All right, so let me pick one now too. This album, this is a band that's been around a long time. And this record is actually, I got it used. It's been kind of rough shape, except for the actual vinyl plays well. So this band is Jethro Tull.
Wow, okay.
This is like their second album, I believe. And this one, what do they call this? This is called That's right. It's called Stand Up. Oh, there. I think it even says it there. Stand Up down here. So this is a gatefold. I went down the rabbit hole of Jethro Tull like a year ago or so,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've been slowly buying certain ones that I kind of take a sample of, and I like, oh, this sounds pretty good. So I buy go find the record. So this was a used one I bought not that long ago. But yeah, this one has a little the fold pop up thing.
Nice.
Kind of, it's intact. Surprisingly, as an original pressing.
Mm-hmm.
So not bad. That's the other reason I got that one. I think it was 1960 something. I can't remember. Maybe it's on the record itself.
Wow, that's old, man.
But yeah, but it has really really good music. I mean, they've been called kind of progressive, some of their music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've listened to much of Jethro back in the 70s. I just like it wasn't in my capacity to listen to that type of music. Or
Yeah.
I heard the couple of the old hits and stuff, right? Locomotive Breath and that kind of stuff. But I was just like, no, I'm not into that, and I just never really went for it until, like I said, recently. So yeah, so this one's a pretty good one. It has a lot of Beret and Nothing Is Easy is a real good song on here too, among other songs. But it's really really good. It's early stuff. Yeah, he has the flute still going at this point, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I really enjoy it. I don't know if you're into or have any. Just I thought you might not, so that's why I chose this artist, and I got kind of different ones that you'll see. So this I was on the Reprise label. They were on many years. So there you go. There you go. It's pretty good shit. I mean, I got this record for maybe $8 or something like that. I mean,
big deal.
Yeah, I mean the cover is rough around the edges, but the actual record itself is in pretty darn good shape. Someone took care of it. So yeah, you got to go out there and try things sometimes. And I started going back. It's like, okay, I got to investigate Jethro Tull's discography.
Yeah.
Lots of records, right?
Oh yeah.
And I really find myself enjoying the music. There's a lot of really well written, interesting stuff, and I like I'm a guy that likes like a lot of melody and stuff too, and it's in there. There is a lot of that in there, and some change ups on songs and stuff. Switch ups and things like that happen. That's the progressive side of stuff. But yeah, I thought I'd bring that one. That was one of them. That's the first one of the three.
So let me explain here. I'm obviously well aware of Jethro Tull. Amount of records I have, 0. I don't have any Jethro Tull.
Okay.
Now, this is good that you did this though, because for the longest time, and I do that live stream with Patrick and those guys, right? And
yeah.
And Patrick's a huge Jethro Tull guy. He loves that. He has all the things, any kind of variations and pressings. He has them from the the one steps to whatever, right? And I always broke his balls about it, calling it Hobbit rock. I go, I don't know about you and your Hobbit rock here. He's like, it's not Hobbit.
There's a couple of albums like that in a way.
Yeah, I go, there's a lot of this, prancing in the forest with the flutes and all that stuff. I go, I don't know about this stuff. Right? Yeah. So he would play it every once in a while just to get under my skin or whatever. But you know what? The thing is, there are songs that I'm well aware of, like, Aqualung and stuff like that.
Aqualung, yes.
I like songs like that, and I don't mind songs like that. So I think though it is probably time for me to kind of, reset and approach it with a totally different opinion, like no opinion. Just go in and listen to it from beginning to end and listen. Yeah. Because and this one because a lot of people mentioned this one. There's a few other channels I've been on and or listened to that specifically mentioned this record. That's a good record to start off with Jethro Tull. So I will keep that one in mind. Now, the one that you showed me, is it son? Does
And
it sound good sonically? Is it a U.S. pressing? Like, what's going on with this record?
this is a U.S. pressing, and it sounds pretty good. Actually, it was well, mastered pretty well. So it's sonically it's good. It's the late '60s, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's '68 or '9, somewhere like that, right? So, but it might be on the label here. Hold on, I got to see here if I have it. Oh, I couldn't see it on the cover. Let's see here. Dang, this is even show the. I don't even see a year on the label even. Wow, that's sick. But it is that time period. Yeah, it sounds really, really clean. I mean, I don't like crappy sounding records, so it's a first pressing US, so it's pretty good, and you can find them for cheap, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing when records like that, which I'm sure sold pretty decently, they're always more in abundance when they're decent selling records, right?
Yeah. All right, so that's the first one.
All right,
for me. So you can go to your second one now.
So my second one is not well probably won't be too big a surprise because anybody who listens to whenever I'm on podcasts or do live streams knows that this is probably one of my favorite Rush records. It's not my favorite. Everyone knows my favorite one is Fly By Night, but this is up there. This is my top 5 for sure, for many reasons. I know this album gets always a big, hit from certain people because they said, "Oh, it's keyboard heavy and stuff like that." But this album was the first with Collins on production there. I forget his first name now. Peter Collins. That's the Peter Collins on production with them. It sounds fantastic. This is one of the times in their career where they decided to treat themselves. They recorded in England, I believe, at the Manor that Richard Branson owns. And then they went over to the Caribbean, to Montserrat, to do some guitar stuff.
Yeah.
And then they went over to Paris and here and there. They went back to Toronto.
All over. Yeah.
So they went all over working on certain things in certain places. And the demos are online too. You can hear the demos from this album, and that there are differences in it. Like some of the arrangement is different. Yeah. Some of the vocal melodies are different. And one of the reasons why this record also has a big place in my heart is because they did all the demoing at Chalet here in just 40 minutes north of Toronto. Okay. And I did quite a bit of recording for some of my albums before Project Gemini at that studio. Mm-hmm. So when I was over there working on stuff, I saw all the gold records, the Rush ones there, and they showed me all. They gave me a little tour. Neil put his kit here and this and that. It was interesting to see what they did, because they demoed a lot of records there. Like they demoed, like I believe they said, like Counterparts, Presto, Roll the Bones. A lot of those records were demoed there, full. And so if you go online, you can hear some of those demos. And I'll stop with the, anticipation. It's Power Windows. Okay.
Yeah.
This record to me is one of the rare Rush records that, to me, there's no song that's skip worthy on this. 8 songs, every song is good. To me, there is not a bad song on this record, beginning to end.
Okay.
I mean, I'm probably thinking you might have this record, but I mean, just side A, the Big Money, Grand Designs, Manhattan Project, Marathon, that whole side is gold. Side 2 is one, and this is one of those records where side 2 is better than side A. I can only think of a few albums in music history, like, to me, that I know that happening. The only other record, the only record I can think of right off the bat where side 2 is better than side A is Synchronicity for the Police.
Yeah,
I think that side 2 is killer, much better than side A. But this, I prefer side 2 on this record too. Territories, Emotion Detector, Middletown Dreams, and Mystic Rhythms. Every song on that is great. Now, the reason why I picked this particular pressing of it, is the one I would suggest for you to get.
Yeah.
Because this was mind-blowing discovery.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Okay.
Yes, because the way to think usually is buy the record from the country of origin, which is Canada,
Right.
right? And don't get me wrong, the Canadian pressing of this is fantastic. Sounds great.
Yeah.
But I bought this record because I saw it on Discogs. They had it on, some guy was selling it, and he said that, and he wrote in his description, he goes, "This record might surprise you."
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, and it wasn't too expensive. I think he only wanted $22 or something
Ah,
for it. So
okay.
I bought
Okay.
it. And Ken, honestly, I
Yeah.
was like, I can't believe what I'm hearing. It sounded brilliant. Like the bottom end was great, the top end, the clarity, the separation is great. And the reason why it's such a mind blowing experience for me. Now, if you know, they had a special center label for this, right? But this
Hmm.
pressing of it is on the old Anthem.
Well, Anthem. Yeah, label.
Okay.
Right. Uh-huh.
And you're not going to be able to see this on here, but
Uh-huh.
take my word for it when I tell you that it says here that this is a Columbia record pressing, a CRC pressing of this
Record Club.
record. Yeah, a record club. That's why when I first saw it, I'm like, record club, because I never really
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
much good experience with record club pressings.
You never know.
But
Yeah.
Patrick, my friend there who does those live streams with me, and he's one
Yeah.
of these guys who like has like, down to the minuscule detail of checking. He'll go on and checking the waveforms and all this stuff. He even
Yeah.
said to
Yeah.
me, he goes, "This record is a complete shocker how good it is." Because
Huh.
there's only been a few record club pressings that he's heard that sound fantastic, and
Like
this is
better
one
than
of
the
them.
other pressings. Yeah. Yeah.
And Ken, you're in luck, buddy. I checked Discogs today, and it's still like $30
Okay.
to get this. So if you want a really stellar,
I'll check
good
it out.
sounding pressing of this,
Yeah.
grab this record. I mean, again, I couldn't believe it, and
Huh.
so I went back and thought about a couple of other records, and I have one other record in my collection that's a record club pressing. I don't know if it's a Columbia Record Club. It may be
Uh-huh.
one of those other ones that came out like the
RCA.
the RCA and stuff like that, and that's Fly By Night, and that one is
Okay.
really good too. That record club pressing of it.
Okay.
So don't always sleep on the record club pressings.
Yeah, you never
Look
know.
around, read the comments, because you might find some people saying, going, "Wow, this one sounds better than my OG," or "This one sounds just as
Uh-huh.
good as so and so," and that and that. So honestly, like I said, and you know me, Ken. I like having good sounding
Yeah.
pressings.
Oh,
I hunt them out just like
absolutely.
you do, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And having worked on many records of my own as well, I kind of know what to listen for, what I want to hear in my
Yes.
records,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one, honestly, Ken, it doesn't disappoint, not in the slightest. So if you want a good copy of Power Windows
Mm-hmm.
and don't want to, bust the bank, this is one I would highly,
Okay.
highly recommend.
Yeah, I remember that record. I know I had that one on CD, I believe too. So, but I don't. I remember some of the songs that you're talking about. Yeah, I remember they were good songs. So, but yeah, I'll look into that one. Record Club.
Like, sorry, one thing.
Yeah.
You've never heard Mystic Rhythms sound the way it does unless you listen to this. I mean, you just turn it up and those drums, doom, doom, doom. It's like, wow. Like when you hear it, it's like unbelievable how the separation is beautiful. There's no mud. There's no blanket over the speaker sound. It sounds fantastic. They must
have had someone good at Columbia at that time doing good, mastering. That's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah,
because you don't see that
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Another good one. Okay, on my list. another one. Okay, so here's another album.
Yes.
What year was this from? I know it was 70. Does this show it? I think 77.
Mm-hmm.
I believe. 77. So hard to see. but I think it's 77. But anyway, here's another one. So the other Jethro Tull album. This is called Storm Watch.
Okay, I've heard of
It's
this
just
one.
yeah, it's pretty good. I would call it more rocking, you know,
Mhm.
album. Not overly commercial, I would say, on this one, but it's really, really solid music, cool
Yeah.
stuff on here. Well done, well played music. Songs like I think Orion, I know I like that one. Flying Dutchman, uh, Something's on the Move. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing's pretty. It's a solid listen all the
Was
way
there was
through.
there a was there a hit off of this record,
I don't think there was a hit on here. I'm trying to think what did they release as
or
a
like what was the
single?
radio song that they played off of it?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you offhand because that's how much I know really about all Jethro Tull
You
right
were
now.
you were heavily into Love Gun at this point, so
I was listening to other stuff, you know, Kiss and Foreigner and other
yeah.
stuff. So it's a I can't it's kind of a theme, or it may even be a concept. Uh, I believe on
Hmm.
this one. But yeah, it's a cool, cool image. Let's see the inner. This has a plastic chrysalis
Okay.
inner sleeve. It's the clean, the clear one. And this is one of the chrysalis labels that came out during that time. Ooh,
Oh,
sorry.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They had this one for a while, not that long. They used this
I
label.
know they had that green one, like the original kind of back in the day one.
Oh, it's 1979.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I couldn't see it. It was so small on the back of that, but it is 1979. So, um, yeah, it's pretty darn.
Any dead wax info there? Who did it or anything?
Let's see. You can see this. I haven't looked at that lately. Let's see. We got G. I'm not sure if it's pressed. It has a G1. Wait a minute. What's that? Without looking at it or going into my Discogs thing, I don't see any like other markings on
Okay. Not all of them do, so I'm just curious if they're both.
Sterling or whatever or
Yeah.
anything. But it doesn't mean it wasn't done by one of those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good sounding records. Another first pressing,
Yeah.
solid. I mean, it says on the front here, lines join in faint discord, and the Stormwatch brews, a concert of kings, as
There
the
you go.
white sea snaps at the heels of a soft prayer whispered. So, and it's some kind of it's a kind of concept, but it's actually it's a cool record.
Oh, it's definitely a
I think
concept.
it even has some songs that kind of interconnect kind of thing, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one to check out. Just sample that one. Uh, the last one will be interesting, but yeah. All right,
All
let's
right.
go to your third one. Sorry.
Okay, just give me 1 second because I want to just reference something here really quickly. And I have it here. Thankfully, yes, there we go. So the third one here, I picked this one for numerous reasons,
Okay.
and a few of the reasons are they touch me in a very emotional way because now that Rush is back,
Yeah,
I'm happy they're back.
I know
They're
they're back.
rolling again. Who thought that would have happened?
They're
Now
doing good.
they're doing fantastic. Now, this record sounds incredible. Let me just put it to you first right now that this is a great sounding record. I don't believe that there's many iterations or variations of this record out there. I remember one of the tours, they started playing a couple songs off this record before the album
Okay.
came out. So that should give you a clue of what this album is, which is Clockwork Angels.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
This album, believe it or not, and whenever I mention this to people, they're always like scratching their head going, "Are you sure?" I go, "Oh yeah. This is the first and only full Rush concept album, beginning to end. Every
Oh,
2112
fully. Okay. Yeah.
2112 was only one side of a
One
record.
side. Right.
Mountain of Lamnath was only one side. This is two sides. Well, on this album, it's a double LP, I believe. Yeah. It is a fully written, beginning to end story. In fact, if you end up loving this record as much as I do, there is a book, like a fully animated cartoon style book of the whole story that you can get.
Okay.
And the book is amazing. It's really well done. The artwork is great. I mean, when you read it, you can literally hear the songs when it comes up in the story. Like when you read it, you're like, wow, it's written so well. You'll know when, City of Gold comes up, or when, Clockwork Angels, the song appears in the story, right? Just a great story. A shame that it was Neil Peart's last lyrical output that he did for Rush, because Neil, to me, his strongest writing as far as lyrics went was that period with Power Windows and Hold Your Fire. Those albums had his strongest lyrical written stuff. In fact, if you go online, you can find that there's a couple of universities that use his lyrics on those two albums in English course for university. Yeah, for text writing. And I believe it 100% because that album has just brilliantly written lyrics. Now, if you look at this, I'll take it out here. One of the records. This record is so tight in this sleeve, I'm going to have a hard time taking that out. But I'll show you this. So I have it. I changed it into one of my kind of Japanese sleeves.
Yeah.
And again, now Rush had changed labels. They had went to Roadrunner. Okay.
Oh, Roadrunner. Yeah.
So there's the label. Now, of course, this is one of these things where you're like, dope. Like when you see this, there's no very legible A or B to the sides. You're like, well, what the hell side am I listening to?
Right.
So if you look into Dead Wax, you'll notice at the end of the serial number there'll be an A or a B, right? So it's 176561-B is this.
There's no other way to tell on the clock. Is there something different on the clock?
I'm looking. I'm trying to see on here if you can tell.
Is the clock different on each side? The hands?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Well, I don't know that.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on.
Sometimes there's some little thing that.
You're right. See the clock? That says like 1 o'clock here.
One. Is it 2 o'clock on the other?
There's 1, and on the other side here is 2.
2. There it is. So
there
that's
you go. Nicely done, Ken. I'm very impressed.
They do that to me sometimes. I have some albums like that. I'm like, oh shoot, which is side? And you have to look at the Dead Wax, but usually then you say, well, wait a minute, there is something, and you find out,
Yeah, well,
which one it is, which one really should be.
And then you figure out that you've missed it all these years, and you feel like a bonehead, right?
Well,
But now a couple of other points really quickly on here. There's, like I said, there's some great songs on here. The two songs that were released first were Caravan. Right?
Yep, I remember that one.
And BU2B, which was the B side on there. And those two were played live. I believe it was during the R30 tour or around there. Just during this period.
It makes sense.
They did that on there, and they played it, and we were really excited about it because that was a great song. Caravan is still great song on there. And I just played it downstairs before I came up. And I was like really, really impressed. Like, wow, this sounds really good. I don't remember it sounding this good, but because I was listening to it on CD most of the time, now I had the vinyl, I was listening to it, and then it all makes sense because I looked in here at the notes and Discogs, right? So I busted out my Discogs. You can't see that, of course. Oh, there you go.
Oh, a little
There's
bit,
all the notes.
Yeah.
And I looked at who did the mastering for this. Now, this name might sound familiar to you. Brian Gardner, or better yet,
Yeah.
Brian Big Bass Gardner.
Okay.
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 Now he
Yeah,
worked.
I've heard Brian Gardner, definitely. Yeah.
He worked with the guy who worked at the mastering lab. I keep forgetting his name. Doug Sachs.
Oh yeah,
He
Doug
was
Sachs, another one.
Yeah, he was Doug
Yeah.
Sachs's underling. Okay, he was his trainee guy, and now Brian became so good that he has his own studio now. You can go online, and you can get Brian to master your records for you for the right price, obviously, right?
Hmm.
But man, this record really benefited from his work. I mean, Nick Raskulinich is the guy who recorded and mixed it. He's the guy who worked on Foo Fighters and all those other bands, and he was the one who also did Snakes and Arrows with him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With
Yeah.
Rush. Great guy. They credit a lot of their second, turnaround of their career to Nick, because he was one of those guys who was like a huge Rush fan. He was like so excited to work with them. It was like a dream come true for him, kind of thing, right? So again, this pressing is the one to get. There are not very many other iterations, I said, of this album out there to get. The information here that I have is that's a US pressing I just showed you. It's on Roadrunner. The number is 1686-176561 if you want the exact one.
Okay.
And on Discogs right now, the last one was sold 2 days ago, July 9th, or a few days ago.
Yeah.
The median price for this album is $90.
Mm-hmm.
The highest it went for was $316. That's probably a complete mint one, probably
sealed or something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Promo.
So you can probably get this for a decent price still. And honestly, for the last record at this time, yeah, it's the last Rush record.
It has Headlong Flight on it, right? Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Hearing that, I love that. That was like a going back to the old style of
Oh yeah, there's a lot of tip of the hat, and that was Nick's doing. Nick Raskulinich. He was the one saying you should put in a part like something from like Caressive Steel, and they're looking down like, what are you talking? He goes, that's like, isn't that like ripping ourselves off? He goes, what are you talking about? It's your music. You're not ripping anything off. It's you.
If it's you, it's what you are.
Yeah, and he told one thing to them that made me laugh, because I always say this too. Is he goes, I wouldn't be afraid of taking a part or two here. We have bands like AC/DC who've been copying themselves for the last 40 years. So one or two parts here and there shouldn't be a problem.
No, that's right.
So
absolutely.
But yeah, honestly, most people kind of overlook this record.
Yeah.
But don't. Do yourself a favor and get a copy.
Okay. All right. Another noted. That's another one that I think I almost bought that actually a while back when it was coming out, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. So probably should have. Now that prices are going up, of course, but that's the way it goes. So another cool pick, Mark. I like it.
Thank you.
All right, so my third one now. Let's get to that. This one was okay. This one's the one that had the controversy, and you probably know what I'm talking about. Back in I think it was the late 80s. There was the Grammy Awards, right? I think it was the
I know
Grammy
where you're going
Awards.
with this.
Yeah, and Jethro Tull won Best Artist, 1987 record here. Artist for Best Heavy Metal or Hard Rock, right? And that was going up against like Metallica and
the Black Album, I believe, or that, or Justice for All.
Yeah, one of those, and everyone was like, "What? You're not heavy metal." But going back and finally listening to it, I'm like, okay, I can understand. I can understand it. I mean, This is a very heavy guitar oriented record with great guitar work, Mark. You would love the guitar work on this record. So good. So like, ooh, it just
Okay.
sounds fantastic. So it's this one here. Just told it's called Crest of a Knave, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. And this is actually this one. You can see the hype sticker on it. This is actually a promotional
Oh,
gold
nice.
gold stamp promo, and it's on the back. But yeah, I remember like, what the hell is going on? But then listening to it, I was like, okay, I can understand. I can understand why they picked it. Though it's not Metallica heavy or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's very very good and well done. So it's the record. Here's the gold stamp. Where is that? There it is,
Right there. Yeah.
down there. Some great songs, like, well, Steel Monkey was one of them. Farm on the Freeway. These are songs that he would play in concert too. So uh, I want to say something about this record where I don't know. Some of it was it this one. I want to say this one. Other one. Almost the guitars just sound, the tone was just so great on it. It's just amazing. But yeah, a cool rockin' album. 3 songs on the second side, so they're long. Mark, I know you
Yeah.
like that. Mountain Man's a good one. Um, yeah, I thought, okay, I'm gonna check out some samples of it, and then I thought, okay, oh, this is pretty good, and then the record sounds fantastic. I don't know who did the mastering. If it shows on here, we got the lyric sleeve. The other
Yeah.
side is
Lengthy
like,
credits.
the other side is credits. It's like, oh, look at that
Yeah.
credit. I never seen, oh, what the heck? Jeez, maybe your name's on there on the credits. You never know.
Everybody else's is on there.
Holy cow! I'm trying to think who mastered this. Let's see if we can find. Engineered by Ian Anderson, recorded at corner from whatever that is in the room behind. What? Steven Taylor. Don't know on this one. Yeah. Anyway, oh, do you do? Okay, good.
Rupert usually works with Rupert Hine.
Okay, well, maybe, yeah. So, again, the same type of label here. That
Oh, yeah.
Chrysalis had this label. Yeah, it says for promotional use only on the label too. Surprisingly, it doesn't always, on the one side. Where is it? Yeah, there it is on the under chest with Tull there, the name. But yeah, it surprised me, and really good. And like I said, great guitar work. I don't know if he had a different guitarist, a better guitarist.
Well, I'm definitely going to check it out because
Martin Barr.
Barr's, yeah, wasn't he the guy who originally was with them for a long time and then came back, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe that was it.
But the thing is, when I've never heard this record, not a note of it.
Yeah,
but now that you said there's a lot of guitar oriented, a lot heavier, I will definitely check this one out. This is, of all of them, this is the one that has immediately piqued my interest because I want to see what the big fuss is.
I thought it would. I thought it would. Yeah, I think it's a good one for you to check out. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is 3 Tulls, 3 Rushes.
Yes.
Now we move on to newly acquired record that you got recently.
So here we go.
Show it off.
Now, lately I've been getting things here and there. This one I wanted to pre-order it many times, and for some reason
I was
having difficulty getting it online. So I just waited for it to come out, and I'm very glad that I did because number one, it saved me on shipping, number one, and number two, I got a version of it that I wasn't anticipating to buy. So
Oh,
me waiting
yeah.
actually benefited me from getting this version.
Good.
And that is the Rolling
Oh,
Stones
yeah.
Foreign Tongues. This is the box set.
Oh, the
Okay.
box set one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Wow.
is not just the vinyl. This is the box set.
You got the
And
box set.
yeah, and I'll show you, good people, what's inside real quick here.
What's funny is you're using that I'm supposed to get delivery of Rolling Stones today. Not the
Yeah.
box set, but just the album itself. I should be receiving it today.
So the box set comes with a slip mat.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Rolling Stones slip mat.
The tongue, yeah.
It comes with a poster. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'll do it like this. So the poster is like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like a
Album artwork. Yeah.
yeah, and all the songs are on the bottom there, right?
Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Nice.
It comes with a lithogram.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it comes with the album itself. Now let me get this out. I'll show you something here. So the album here, there's the cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You open the gatefold.
Oh, nice pictures. Yeah.
Lots of pictures.
In the studio.
And the great thing that they did in here, which is smart, I applaud any band that does this. They have the inner sleeve,
Good.
the lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And you also get the vinyl on anti-static
separate-
sleeves.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Now the box set comes with yellow vinyl.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it looks like
Interesting
cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
like a
actually
cream-
yellow.
Almost a mustard.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
It's a yellow
Lighter.
vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
2 albums, right? And the one last thing, which is the main, and this is a funny thing. Let me just put this down here for a second. Now, this last thing is the thing that I think is one of the fantastic parts of it. Is it also comes with this, which is
Oh,
the
CD?
Blu-ray.
Oh, Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Oh.
which has the Atmos mix. It has
Oh,
the
really?
5.1 surround, and it also has. And I listened to this
Okay.
the other night, and it sounds beautiful. Is the
Wow.
24-bit 96 kilohertz PCM stereo mix.
Uh-huh.
Sounds fantastic. Worth buying the box set just for that. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I listened to the vinyl. The vinyl sounds really good. You know, it's a little. It can be a little crunchy in spots because the production is so, heavily done and modernized. But it's not. I thought Hackney Diamonds suffered a little bit from that, but I love Hackney Diamonds. That's a great record.
Yeah.
And this one, I've listened to it about 5 times. This record.
Already. Wow.
Yeah, and I have to say, it is really, really, really good. I mean, the opener, Rough and Twisted, is great. In the Stars is the single. We all know that. Jealous Lover is pretty good, too. That has a bit of falsetto singing in it, like a la early days, like Black and Blue era Stones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Charm is great. Covered in You, which is in side D, has Paul McCartney on bass again, which sounds really great.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of guest stars that they have on this album
is a lot.
I mean, and it's funny, like they have Bruno Mars on here.
Yeah.
And he's credited for cowbell. That's all he does in the song. Just dun, dun, dun. It's like, really?
Yeah.
You wanted to get on the record that badly, So but overall it sounds great. The vocals by Mick Jagger are fantastic. Yeah, sure, there's a bit of assistance here and there, but overall his singing and his melodies and his ideas are really, really good. Ron and Keith are great on guitar.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And there's a big, I'm going to put this down. Just give it one last look here, but I wanted to say
Yeah.
something about this a bit more. So
Yeah, that's cool.
this album has like 14 songs on it. Okay,
Right. Therefore,
an
the
hour long.
double.
It's an hour-long record. Hackney Diamonds, in retrospect, I believe had like 11 or something like that, and what you can tell was recorded and formatted to be for vinyl because
Yeah.
it fits perfectly on there. It sounds good
Sure.
on vinyl. This record, they didn't really care about that. It was almost created almost like it was more like based for like a CD release almost, because 14 songs, an hour, that's already screaming,
Yeah.
it's more of a thought of having it on CD or something like that. But it sounds great. It had to be put over 2 records anyways, right? But the 14 songs are good. There's not, in my opinion, a real stinker on this record, which
Oh,
is
good.
incredible to think that after 20, whatever, 50 years and
Yeah.
25 records, that they're able to put out a good record like this now.
Wow.
I'm happy with it. Of course, there's going to be people out there who have some things to say negative about records, of course. But to me, I really enjoyed it. Will it be as strong an album in a year time as Hackney Diamonds is to me? Who knows? We'll see in a year's time.
Mhm.
But right now, I think it's just as good. I enjoyed
Wow.
it just as well. Curious to hear what you think about it when you get it.
Yeah, I look
But I think
forward
it's
to
very
getting it
strong.
even more.
Yeah, I think it's very strong. I mean, it requires a proper sit down though. Don't This is not a record where you should be doing the dishes and this and that or whatever when it's on.
Yeah, you gotta
You need
sit
to
down and
sit
listen
down
to it.
and listen to it
I
because
agree.
it's really
Yeah.
well done. When I was listening to it, the back and forth of the guitars were very prominent. You know, when the chorus is coming, the big production coming in, and it's like you
Uh-huh.
have to be there to hear it all.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a must buy in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm surprised. I'm surprised
Oh,
you
and
got
one
that.
last tip. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
If you're looking to buy some of the other versions of it, there's multitudes of variations. There's a
There's a
Marvel
lot of
Comics
stuff.
one. There's a
I know.
soccer FIFA one. There's a racing one. Beware the Rolling Stones, like the comic one. I'm not sure if that one, but there's like a special FIFA soccer one that came out,
Yeah, I saw that. Uh-huh.
and that's a non-gatefold. So
Oh,
beware. Some of these things are
non-gateway.
not gatefold if you buy the special version. So there you
Yeah.
go.
I know I pulled the trigger right away when it came out. So I think I got whatever the original, one of the colors that were in the original pressing.
Mhm.
I can't remember what it is right now. So
There's so many colors,
when I
man.
get it, we'll see what it is because I
Yeah.
can't even remember what I ordered. But I just ordered it right when it became available. So, but it was just the double LP on that. So,
Yeah.
I look forward to listening to that one for sure. Should be here today too.
Yeah. I
All
think
right.
you'll like it.
All right. So this one is a newly acquired one. I've kind of been waiting to find a good price on it because they're kind of expensive right
Mhm.
now. I think this came out normally. It was originally this one was pressed 1997 on DCC
Okay.
Compact Classics. It's a limited edition, numbered, and what it is let me pull out. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Elvis Presley 24 karat hits.
Living stereo. Those are
Living
always
stereo.
nice.
Yeah. So this was a reissue or whatever you want to call it back in '97, done by this company. Does high end, high quality,
Reissue,
releases, reissues of on CD and vinyl.
Yeah.
This is the vinyl, and all the vinyl right now is way up there. Too
Oh,
much.
yeah.
It's a double LP here, as because there's so many songs. First of all, and yeah, it has the little gold label there. It's numbered, limited edition. There it is. and it's pretty heavy sleeve. The reason I got it because I mean the cover is slightly damaged here, and inside a little bit, just a teeny bit. That's why I got it for a better price. Um, and it has all the 24 hits,
Yeah.
all great songs. But the mastering on it is so good. It sounds so good. It sounds like Elvis is right there in your room with you.
Yeah.
It was like, man, it's just everything just so clear and crisp. It has all the songs: Heartbreak Hotel, Love Me. It goes on, Don't Be Cruel, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now or Never. It goes on and on. It ends with the last couple songs are In the Ghetto and Suspicious Mind. So it goes chronologically
Hmm.
through his hits through the years. Um, Return to Sender, all those, Devil in Disguise, all those great songs. And this was mastered by Steve Hoffman and Kevin Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, they worked together on this one. They did a number of them for this company. Now, this was released again by then Analog. I think Analog Productions did it.
Yeah.
Too, but they did like two. I want to say do 45 RPM or
They usually do 45.
I got 3 records for 45 PM. I was like, I don't like the 45 PM stuff because it's just too much. Not enough songs on the side, and you're up
Constantly
and down,
getting up and flipping it. Yeah.
It's okay. I just don't get it. It's not that much better. I can understand it. Those sound pretty good, but it's not worth it to me.
Did you see the Steve Hoffman interview that he did with Steve Westman?
Recently,
where he talks about, he goes, he doesn't like the 45s, and he goes, really, if you want the same effect, take your 33 RPM and just turn it up 3 dB, and you'll get the same effect as the 45.
Oh, there you go.
That's what he said. Like, I was like, really? That's the real difference? Like, I'm sure there's a bit more to it than that, but you can tell that he's not a big fan of the 45 concept.
No, he's not. I don't think Kevin Gray is either. Too,
yeah, he isn't either.
Of that stuff. So it's kind of it's a, what do you want to call it?
Sort of a niche thing.
Just to try to get you to buy these records or whatever.
If you want the best quality, Ken, you must buy 45.
No, it has a good write up in here, and
those living stereo pressings are great. They really sound fantastic.
The original ones, if you go back to the original ones.
My dad has a couple of them that we have downstairs here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just pull out one record. It feels like it's 200 grams, or it's at least 180 grams. Probably 180 grams.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's pretty heavy. It feels heavier than normal. But, yeah, nice sleeve, polyline sleeve, And then the label is, there you go. Here's the label here.
Very nice.
Nice, cool looking label. Yeah, 100%, 180 plus pure virgin vinyl analog pressing, as they say. So
very good.
Yeah. This is compiled and mastered by Steve Hoffman. It says actually on the label itself, even on that one. Though in the grooves, it has SH and KG.
KG, yeah.
Yeah, on next to each other. So, yeah. So that is a recent one. I really enjoy listening to that. I'm a big Elvis fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love Elvis music.
I got a great pressing of Elvis when it was a record store day a few years back with the Memphis sessions that they did, right? And that's another one of those things where you have like multiple takes of different songs from those Memphis recording sessions. Yeah. And they sound great. It sounds like, again, you're in the studio with them. You can hear them all the chit chat with the musicians, and it's really great.
Sun session stuff and whatnot. Yeah.
I don't have the Sun one, but I had the Memphis recording.
Memphis. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, Memphis. Okay. Yeah, I remember when that was released. That was cool. Yeah. All right. Well, cool. We got through it.
Yeah,
we made it through another episode. So, anybody out there who has any other suggestions for us to check out, or to maybe even bring, look at next time we had, ideas for another episode. You can, put it in the comments, and we'll check them out, and maybe we
Yeah.
can do that. So for right now, that wraps it up. So
Yes.
for Mark and myself, we will hopefully see you sooner than later
Yes.
next time.
We will.
Thank you for watching.